What's going on, everybody? My name is Clayton and thank you so much for joining me today on my channel. Guys, I'm feeling really energetic. I'm feeling good. I just went for a nice little jog. I've been eating good, and I know that anxiety and depression and all this mental illness, it all sucks. But I'm trying to make the best out of it. I'm feeling really good. I hope you're having a tremendous day as well. Guys, I just have one question. Are you subscribed to this channel? If you're not subscribed, I beg you to please subscribe to this channel. If you love mental health awareness content or just need daily doses of reassurance, turn that notification bell on too, because every single time I upload a video, you'll be notified from your computer, from your phone, wherever you're watching this from. And please give this video a big like. I want to get content out there for people that need it, and you liking the video helps the channel and boost it so many people can see the content that I'm posting. But enough about that, guys. I'm gonna jump right into the video. If I were to sit everybody in the world down and say, raise your hand if you've ever had an intrusive thought, so many hands, the majority of hands would go up, unless you're some kid that's been around, some strict parents, and they're probably like, I'm not gonna put my hand up. Everybody has had a thought where they did not want that in their head, such as if you have a great religious background, you might think something very, very sinister that you don't want anybody to know about. Or if you're just driving a car and you see an old lady crossing the street, you get this thought, what happens if I just go to the brake and just run into her?
Are you alright?
Couldn't you go any faster?
Everybody has thoughts like those, and it's completely normal to have those kind of thoughts going in your head. For the average person, they actually think these thoughts and it just kind of goes out the window for them. They don't think and they don't dwell on the thoughts themselves. They don't fear the thoughts. They don't think that they're going to do it. They just ignore it. But today, that's not what I'm making this video about. I'm making this video for people that dwell on these kind of thoughts, that think their thoughts kind of define them or define their character of who they are. I guarantee you right now, if I told you, do not think of a blue flamingo, you just thought of a blue flamingo because you're trying not to think of a blue flamingo, but you did. So people that struggle with intrusive thoughts actually dwell on the thought because they don't want the thought to be there so bad that they try their best to get rid of it. They'll even end up arguing with the thought. They'll sometimes question their own character. Why am I thinking these thoughts? I'm a good person. I've never done anything like that in my life. And they would go and seek reassurance for people that actually know them. And they would be like, hey, do you think I would ever do anything like this? And of course, the person that knows them will say that, no, you would never hurt a fly, but that doesn't give you complete reassurance to anything that you're experiencing. For example, if you had a thought of hurting an animal, you would tend to avoid the animal because you would be afraid that you were gonna act on that thought. Or somebody might be afraid of harming somebody and hurting somebody, and they would go and watch documentaries about crazy people like serial killers and stuff and try to compare characteristics and see if they're like that in any way. Do the thoughts mean anything? Do they define who you are? No. But they do mean that you struggle with dwelling on these intrusive thoughts, which can be pure OCD, it could be harm OCD, it could be just anxiety can cause these intrusive thoughts. Me, someone who has struggled with intrusive thoughts and dwelled on them, when you're just driving a car alone and just realize, hey, I can just drive right off. I wonder what would happen. That would freak me out. Or just keep having visions that I was gonna collapse and die. Those are intrusive thoughts that keep coming in your head. Now that I explained what intrusive thoughts are and the people that suffer with them, is there any treatment? Yes, there's a couple different treatments. There's SSRIs, which is selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, Zoloft, Prozac, Lexapro, things of that nature. Sometimes CBT even really helps when you're trying to redirect those thoughts somewhere else, cognitive behavioral therapy, or even exposure therapy. So exposure therapy is if you're afraid of stabbing people, you'd carry a little plastic knife in your pocket and just walk around with it. The more you put yourself in those situations where you're capable of doing something and you're not, and you end up not doing it, your brain's kind of understanding the message. It's understanding, hey, you're not going to hurt anybody. You don't plan on stabbing people. There's really nothing to fear here. And so that takes a little bit of time, but you start to expose that fear. You start small with a little plastic knife, and then you'd work with the pocket knife, and then maybe even move up to a butcher's knife, although it probably wouldn't be a smart idea to walk around with a butcher's knife in your hand in public, but just chopping food and stuff like that. But I understand what you guys are going through when you suffer with intrusive thoughts. Those things are very, very scary. I would never, ever, ever hurt anyone, but the intrusive thoughts kind of made me seem like I was going to, but I would never. And that's just kind of the cycle. Guys, I hope that brought a little bit of reassurance if you're going through intrusive thoughts or some type of OCD, harm OCD or anything like that. You're going to be okay. You're not going to do whatever is in your head. You're not going to act it out. I suggest speaking to a therapist, working on some exposure techniques, different things of that nature. They can sort it out for you. I'm just speaking from personal experience. But with that said, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you give it a great thumbs up. Don't forget, and guys, drop a comment. I want to hear the stories of your intrusive thoughts, and maybe there's something I can reassure you with and help you out with. Guys, thank you so much again for watching, and I'll see you back next time.